These unusual looking plants are called Kleinia stapeliiformis. It's also called pickle plant or pencil plant. And you could see they have these like kind of finger-like look. And oftentimes they're sold straight up, but I have a couple of these growing in slightly different conditions. Actually, this plant that you see here in the terracotta pot, this was actually being tossed out on the side of the street probably like 3 years ago now, and somebody was taking out their pothos and also this guy, and I ended up taking it home with me because, like, why not? The plant needed a home, and I am sensitive like that, so I ended up taking it in. And then this one I had prior to that, and growing in like this little recycled or upcycled tea container. And this one is growing in particular directly in my southwest facing window. And this one is growing about 2 feet away from my southwest facing window. And I'll show you that this one, because it's growing in a little bit more of a direct light condition, is actually darker in color. So some of that purple that's coming through along the ridges here is largely probably because of its anthocyanins, or these like antioxidants that help protect the plant against such high light conditions. Now, you might not see the leaves of this plant. This is actually the stem, but if you get up really close to this particular plant, these scale-like leaves right here are actually these scales on this stem are actually the leaves, which that is pretty cool and super unusual for this succulent plant. I've already mentioned I'm growing this in highlight conditions, and it is because it's a succulent plant. It likes full sun, it can handle the full sun, and I'm watering it about once a week, but it doesn't mind being drying out. It's really drought tolerant. And where it's native to, which is in the southern parts of Africa, it's so used to actually drying out. I think this has become a popular houseplant. I think a lot of people I've seen have these, but they actually don't know what it is. And actually, when I first got this, I didn't even know what it was. As far as fertilizing goes, it'll grow fairly well. I mean, these have been growing now for quite some time, and like, look at the growth. It actually could make a really good hanging basket, although unusual hanging basket plant. And I would say you could give it more of like a cacti-based fertilizer, maybe like a 277, and do it on a monthly basis. As far as pests go, I haven't had any problems with these guys. I've never had a pest on these plants, even when I'm giving it full sun and kind of stressing it out a little bit. So if you're able to find these, you want something unusual for your home, then I would take a look at Kleinia stapeliiformis.